want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. As their fate on GMA3 hangs in the balance, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes have hired lawyers and are reportedly considering lawsuits against ABC. According to Page 6, the duo are likely out at GMA3 just 6 weeks after their affair came to light. They have not been terminated yet, but I don't expect TJ to be on again, an insider says. They do want Amy to stay and be a part of things there, but likely not on GMA3. TMZ reported early Thursday that Robach has hired famed civil attorney Andrew Bretler to represent her while Holmes is working with Eric George. One of the issues when it comes to litigation could be race. The two lawyers are planning to pose to ABC. Has ABC ever used the morals or conduct clause to fire or discipline two consenting adults at equal levels when both were white? ABC's president Kim Godwin made the decision to take the two TV journalists off air, claiming that their romance was too much of a distraction for viewers. She acknowledged at the time that the affair was not a violation of company policy. Now, I just want to state this. Whatever these two individuals decided to do, that's their business. Realistically, it's their business, even if they are, in a sense, at the workplace and doing whatever. It's realistically their business. Everybody else needs to mind their business because it's not their relationships, it's not their marriage. Um, you can feel morally about something, but at the end of the day, is it affecting your bills? Is it affecting your relationship at home? Is it affecting your household and so on and so on? 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, it's not. But people want to feel as though that due to the fact that it's a moral situation, they feel that they can, in a sense, speak and say, a whole bunch of stuff, right? But yet they wouldn't want anybody trying to peer into and question anything about their specific marriage or their relationship or how they're handling things or how it is that they raise their kids and so on and so on and so on, right? And the other thing I want to list is the fact that ABC more than likely already knew about this. There were whispers and so on and so on and such that have been noted that were going on in the workplace for quite some times. Other people have already known about it, have already seen some of these things. So ABC, I'm pretty sure the higher ups, they already knew about it. And the funniest thing about it is, and this is why I say that I feel like this is a whole setup thing when it comes to ABC. I'm not sure what ABC's Good Morning America and the other shows their ratings are, but this is a way to get more ratings. This is a way to get more views. Because if they wanted this story to die down, they would have been like, all right, both people are terminated. Nobody's coming back. It is what it is. We're moving on. We're going to find some new hosts and all this other type of stuff. But they're not doing that because more than likely, no matter how this is deemed as negative, they're using this to spin it in such a way that it is putting eyes directly on that channel so that people will show up and tune into the show to see what's going to happen. Just like, let's say like the Oscars. I'm pretty sure, for quite some time, there's going to be some type of ruckus. People are going to make references towards what happened because that was the most popular thing. That was the most sensationalized thing. That was the most exciting thing that has happened at the Oscars in a very, very long time that actually kept people talking, that kept the Oscars in the news way past the point of it already being pretty much said and done. And this is in a sense the same thing that's going on for ABC. You got Roberts, she was talking about it and stating how she disliked it and how it brought a bad look in the name to everybody that works hard there. You had the other dude that works on what was it, Nightline or whatever it is. He sat up there and in a sense sort of gave an opinion, but he sort of stayed neutral directly on it. So, like I said, it's a way for the news agency to get more eyes or brand new eyes directly on the station that more than likely weren't even, paying attention to it, or bringing back people who are pretty much falling off and like, all right, well, this ain't, what it is. I'm about to go watch, something else. So, like I said, that's how I'm looking at it. And the other aspect as well, which you can clearly see at the bottom, they stated that more than likely TJ Holmes is not going to be coming back. right? But then at the same time, they were like, well, TJ might not be returning, but they do want Amy to stay and be a part of things there, but not likely GMA, right? Notice how that works out. They don't want the guy there, aka the black guy. No, no, no. We don't got a use for you. They'll probably say, oh, well, whenever you were here, this is your ratings. This is how it was when you were brand new. This is during like the middle of your stint. And then this is how it is basically now in comparison to Amy. This was hers here, here, here. They're probably going to try to switch it and make it seem like it's more of a ratings thing for the reason that they're getting rid of him when realistically it's not. They're telling you exactly what it is, right? Because notice, if ABC really wanted to say that they were going to be, looking for another male co-host, they could sit up here and say, well, they could release a statement. Well, his ratings, they were falling off for quite some while. We wanted to try to keep him on to see if we could work with him, to see if we can switch some things around to really get him up there, since he is a co-anchor. But things didn't work out, and then this basically took place. It left a bad taste in our mouth. We don't really want this at our workplace. It doesn't really represent the business well, and he really wasn't doing the job for us, so we had to essentially let him go for somebody who would be better suited for being the face of a company. They could have very easily did something like that. That's not what they wanted to do. They've been allowing this whole story to fester and to go on for months now, for months. And then you have an insider basically stating that they don't want, right, TJ back, but yet they want Amy back, but she could just be, she'll do something else. And this is what I'm trying to also get through to, for just use this for a case example to a lot of brothers out there. At any moment in time that you may feel as though that you may want to do something like this, not even saying that it's dealing with like a whole marriage aspect, but you want to be with somebody who looks vastly different from you and it's in the workplace, this is what you have to work against. This is what is more than likely going to happen. They're not going to let her go. They're going to let you go because you're replaceable, right? You don't represent anything in that company. You don't even look like anything in that company. So it's like, it's whatever it is. We're going to wipe our hands of it, and you can be off, in an unemployment line, going back to the cheese and bread line, and, seeing if you can make it do what it do, because you're not going to make it do nothing here, right? But they'll make sure to protect her. They'll make sure to give her a job. She might get a scolding, a warning, and things like that, but it's going to be business as usual for her. For you, not so much. So also shout out again to whoever left a comment in one of my previous videos who wanted to say like, oh, look at you trying to make the interracial relationship, or these Caucasian women the villain, and all this other type of stuff, and I'm trying to let y'all know exactly what it is. If y'all want to be stupid, and you want to go out on a limb, and you want to think that this is going to work for you just because you saw it work for somebody else, then so be it. You can put yourself in a situation and think that you're going to end up the exact same way as that variable that you stated, and you're going to end up SOL. You're going to end up out on the street corner, and she ain't going to sit up there and pay your bills. She ain't going to house you. She ain't going to clothe you. She going to make it do what it do, and then you're going to be left trying to make it do what it do, or finding something else to do. So like I said, I'm just using this story as a warning to a lot of brothers out here, just like I give warnings to everybody else in the black community about a variety of things. So TJ wanted to shoot for the moon, and he ended up meeting the sun, and he got burned. So this is just one of those tales, and due to the fact that this was something that has been continuously made public, right, is going to look bad on him. So if he wants to be an anchor again, chances are it's not going to happen, because other companies are going to look like, well, if you did this here, what's to say that you're not going to do this again, with our agency on air with one of, the many women here. Your liability, we're not going to, have that happen. So pretty much they're going to, in a sense, frame this story as he's the perpetrator and Amy's the victim, so Amy will be able to get a job anywhere if she wants to. People will feel sorry for her. They'll sympathize. She might be able to cry some tears, whatever it is. She'll always be able to find a job and get a job. People will sit up there and still follow her on social media, and so on and so on and so on. But TJ is, it is what it is. You're going to have to go to a whole different avenue to do stuff. Your best bet is potentially trying to do stuff on YouTube or doing a podcast or something on social media. That's pretty much the best bet to do, But like I said, hopefully guys out there are listening and paying attention to how the world perceives you versus the women that you're interested in.